So we finally got to see Cell in a death battle, and we have Megamind vs. Gru coming up. So those are finally been taken off the board. However, there are still plenty of characters I'd like to see have their chance. So I'm back with another list of characters I'd like to see in death battle. And of course, the rules still stay the same. I'm only doing characters who have never been in death battle. However, I will be doing a list of characters I'd like to see return. I'm also mentioning individuals only, so these are not matchups, unless there's an opponent I think might be good for my choice. And as always, this is opinion-based. His father's been in, his grandfather's been in. I think it's about time Gohan gets in. I mean, I know how Saiyans usually get treated on the show, but it would still be great to get to see Gohan finally have his chance. And just like Goku, he also has many forms to work with. After seeing Goku vs. Superman 3 times, I definitely think it's time for Gohan to step in. I mean, I'd even take Goten as well. At this point, Goku's sons are the few Saiyans who haven't been in death battle yet. Vegeta would love to hear that one. Yes, I know it's another Dragon Ball character, but the Namekians have not had one representation in death battle yet. And despite what some fans may try to say, Piccolo actually does have some good feats under his belt, like standing toe-to-toe with second form Frieza, and even against 17 until Cell showed up. And especially now that Piccolo has his own upgrade in power. Death Battle really does need to have some more Inuyasha characters. And by that, I mean they need to have some Inuyasha characters. And I don't just mean through DBX. I've already talked about once wanting to see Inuyasha in Death Battle, but I believe Sesshomaru would also be a great choice against someone like maybe Virgil from Devil May Cry. There are definitely a lot of great series and franchises being overlooked, and this is proof of that. Don't lie, I'm sure there's a lot of people wanting to see a beast like Kenpachi actually enter into a death battle. And as many other powerful characters that there are who enjoy battle just for the sake of fighting that could go against Kenpachi, I'm sure that it'd be one of the most entertaining fights to see. I can just imagine him doing his usual starting off simple just to have an entertaining fight until he sees how strong his opponent is and then starts to really get serious. And with the 1,000-Year Blood War, that's just more feats and abilities that they would have to go off of for him. Now I know Assassin's Creed has had its own popularity with many different main characters, but we all know which one it was that truly popularized it. But really, who wouldn't want to see a well-done Assassin's battle? And considering all the assassins that there are in fiction, there would be plenty to choose from for an opponent for Ezio. But I guess it'd be more of getting one with the right connections between the characters, as well as someone who can fight on the same level so we can actually have an enjoyable battle. Contrary to how she was portrayed in the anime, I do believe Sakura would be a great candidate for death battle. I mean, between her strength, intelligence, and ninja skills, and as long as you can get past how the anime messed up her character, you can see that she's much more than what fans try to make her out to be. I can see her being matched up against someone like Ramona Flowers or Amy Rose. And as long as they take from both the manga and the anime, I think this could be a very good battle. I know there are going to be people who'd want her to lose just out of spite, but there is far more to her than what the anime shows. We got to see Thor 3 times, so why has his brother not been able to make it in? And before anyone says it, I'm well aware they're only brothers in Marvel. Regardless, the Trickster God would make for an interesting combatant, perhaps against someone equally as mischievous. And considering how many comic book characters Death Battle seems to like to use, It is a bit questioning as to how Loki hasn't been seen. But what do you think? Is there anyone on this list that you'd like to see in Death Battle? Or perhaps a different character? You can let me know in the comments below. Also, please be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to keep gaming.